Hello everyone, welcome to Pep Coding. In this video, we will look at the question complex number multiplication. Okay, so in this question, we are given two complex numbers, num1 and num2, and we have to return a string, right, which is the result of the multiplication of these two complex numbers. Okay, so let's see what complex numbers actually are. Let's say I have a complex number and it will be of the form a plus b iota. Okay, this is a complex number. Now, what makes this a complex number? A complex number consists of two major parts, a real part and an imaginary part. So this A here is the real part and this B here is the imaginary part. But what is this I? Right? This I is known as iota, and this I has a value of root of -1. Okay, this I is the square root of -1, which means that if I square this I will get a negative value. Now, you don't get a negative value if you square a number, right? You don't really get a negative value if you square a number in real life. That's why we call this imaginary number, because if we square this number, we get a negative value, right? We get a -1. That's why this a plus b iota as a whole is a complex number, where b iota is the imaginary part. Okay. Now, if we have to multiply these two numbers, okay, let's say my two numbers will be num1, which is a plus b iota, and num2, which will be c plus d iota, right? I have two numbers and I have to multiply them. So what happens if I multiply two numbers? Let's call a result, and this will be a plus b iota multiplied with c plus d iota. Okay. Now, I would have two parts, right? This is my real and this is my imaginary. So in my resultant number, this resultant number will also consist of two major parts, the real part and an imaginary part. Okay, so let's multiply them. When you multiply two numbers, how do you multiply them? You take the first number and you multiply it with both of them, right? So I will take a here and I will multiply it with c and this a with di, okay, or d iota, and I would get a multiplied with c, right, plus a multiplied with d multiplied with iota, right? Now, if I have these two numbers, I would multiply this b iota with c and d iota, right? This would multiply with this would multiply with this. So we will get plus b multiplied with c multiplied with iota, right? Plus b multiplied with d multiplied with iota square. Now we know that iota square is -1, right? Because iota is under root of -1. So after this, we would get AC, A multiplied with C, and this BD will be minus of, since this is -1, right? So we will get BD plus, this is a plus of BD -1, right? So we will get minus of B times T, right? We have taken this and this. Now these two values will give me A multiplied with D plus B multiplied with C, right? And I can write this whole thing as multiplied with I, right? So I've got my two parts, which is, this is a real part and this is my imaginary part. Okay, so my resultant of the multiplication of two complex numbers will be AC minus BD plus AD plus BC and the whole of iota. Okay, so that would be my resultant number. This is my resultant complex number with real parts as A times C minus B times D, and the imaginary part as A times D plus B times C. Okay, so now this is my question. Now, how are we going to solve this in Java, right? Because we are given two strings here. We are given two strings num1 and num2, and we have to solve those two strings of complex numbers. So how will we do that? So let's say my num1 is of the form a plus b iota, right? It is of the form a plus b iota. Now I need to separate this a and I need to separate this b iota, right? Because I need this real part and I need this imaginary part, right? I need this real part and I need this imaginary part, so I can multiply it with my number 2 and I should get my resultant number. I can just add the plus and the iota, right? So I just need this a and b. So let's say my number is -3, or it will be of the form something like this: -3 plus -2 iota. This is my first string, right? And let's say my second string will be num2 will be -5 plus 2 iota. Okay, something like this. So I need to get -3 and -2 here as a and b, right? As a and b, and I need to get -5 and 2 as c and d. If I get these two numbers, if I get these four numbers, then I can simply perform this operations, right? I can simply perform these operations if I get these two numbers or these four numbers. So I just need to extract these four numbers. So how am I going to solve this, right? How am I going to extract the four numbers? I'm going to use integer dot parseInt, or integer dot parseInt, and I will use the index of function and I will use the substring function. So I can also do like if I have to split the string, right? This is a string and I need to get these characters -3 and -2. So if I want to get these characters, I can also do a split at plus, right? I can also do that and I will get -3 and -2 iota, right? But I need this character and this character. So what we are going to do is we are going to use the substring function and we will find the substring from this. Let's take this num1. Right, this is my num1. Now I will take the substring from 0, right? Because I need this character. So what will be my a? My a will be the substring from 0 till what will it will be till this the length till this, right? I need to find substring till here because -3 is also included. If I just find the index of this first number, if I only do char at 0, it might give me minus, right? Because I don't know if there is a minus or there is a plus, right? If there was a plus, the number would have been 3 plus -2 iota only. And I can get this number by doing char at 0, right? But I don't know if it is a minus number or a positive number, right? I don't know if it is a negative or a positive number. So I will find the substring till this point. And what is this point? I just need to find the index of this, right? Index of this plus. If I find this index of this plus, I can find substring till here and substring after this part. Okay. So I know two things for sure. I need index of this and I need I need the imaginary part till here. So the two things for sure are, if I use the index of this, right, and I know that the last position always there will be a iota, right? So I need to find the substring from this index of +1, okay, from here till the last index -1, because this is my last index, right? Till my last index -1, and for this -3, I will find it from 0, the substring from 0 till the index of this plus. Okay, so I just need to find 0 times the number, right? So this is my num1 dot the index of and the index of plus, right? This would give me the substring -3. This will give me my a, right? Integer of a. And this int b, for this int b, I will do substring of 0 or not 0 but num1 dot index of, right, plus 1, because I'm starting from this position, right? I need the substring after this plus. So index of plus 1, and from here till the last index. So num1 dot length minus 1. Okay. Okay. So I will get, this is my last index, right? And this is num of 1 dot length minus 1. So this will give me a string till here, right? From index of plus 1. Okay. So I need a string from here till here, right? And this is the same thing. Now for this part, for this 0 to index of this, because this is not included, right? This is exclusive and this is inclusive. So I will get a substring from this position to index of minus 1, index of this plus minus 1. Okay. So this looks pretty easy. We just need A and B, and similarly we can get C and D, and we just need to multiply them according to our resultant, and we should get our answer. Okay, so let's try to code this. So we will have A plus C of A plus BI, right? And we will have C plus DI, right? And what will be my resultant? My resultant will be AC minus BD, right? This is my real part. This is my real part plus A times T minus B times C, right? We can also write here. So my answer would be of this form, right? This is plus actually AD plus BC times iota, right? This will be my answer. So now let's write the answer, which is, okay, so we just need our A. Now A will be integer dot parse it, right? I will parse the string, right? So I have to take the substring. Now num1 dot substring, and I need to find the substring from 0 till, from 0 I need to find the substring from 0 till my num1 dot index of plus. Okay, substring from 0 till num1 dot index of plus, right? Okay, so is there, okay, so cool. Now we will have 4 numbers like this, right? So A, B, C and D. Now these two numbers will be for num2, right? Num2 and num2. Now what will be my B? My B will be the number which is num1 dot index of plus 1. So this here we will have number dot index of plus, right, plus 1, because I'm starting from a number after that, or the index after that, right? And this will go till nums1 or num1 dot length minus 1, because I don't want this iota to be included, right? I just need this minus 2 part. Similarly, for the second number, we will have from 0 to index of plus, and from num2 dot index of plus plus 1 till my num2 dot length minus 1. Okay, so I've got my A, B, C and D. Now I just need to return the answer, and the answer would be the string form of, now I need to write A times C, right, minus B times D, right, plus, or the plus will be of this form, plus, right? Now A times D minus or plus B times C, and I. Okay, so this should give me my right answer. Now let's run this code. This looks fine. It is accepted. Let's submit this code. It is also submitted. So I hope you understand this question. If you don't, I would suggest rewatching the part which you don't understand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.